Good morning, folks. Oddball back, or as some of y'all know me as John Boy. Alright, today we are doing something a little different. Instead of tying a crappie jig, I'm going to try my hand at doing a fly. I haven't made one of these in a while, so just bear with me. Yeah, I grabbed my nymph/wet fly hooks. These are a size 14. They are, as you can tell, bitty. Like, I don't have the biggest hands, but that is a tiny, tiny hook. And I apologize for kind of the potato quality on this, but where in the world did I put my spindle at? I got too much crap on my table. Oh, I can't wait for this move where I can have everything organized a whole lot better. Aha! So, I'm going to take this pink off. I've only ever tied a handful of these, but I think we can make do with what we have. Because we're getting into the spring season, and one of my buddies is going to be going on a fly fishing trip here soon. And he asked if I would make him some flies. Well, I said, I will try. Because it's been a minute, and we'll see what we can come up with. I am putting some of this olive. It's a 70 denier, so this is itty bitty stuff. But I'm going to do it like I do everything else. I'm going to start right there at the head of the hook. I'm going to start wrapping. These definitely take more time to do because everything is so small. Alright, I think that's far enough back. Hell's bells, where's my scissors? Oh, I am going to get my children for moving my stuff again. Once again, I need to clean my work area off because it is filthy. Okay, my itty bitty scissors. Snippy snippy. Now, this is where I like to grab the ye old bucket of scraps. Because I've got all kinds of stuff in here that I can use. And, of course, it doesn't have any colors that I want. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some of this strung olive marabou. But unlike doing a crappie jig, I don't need this whole thing. I only need just a few strands of this. So we're going to find what looks to be pretty good. And I mean, I don't need a whole lot. We're talking a minute amount. Because what I'm wanting to do is have this emulate like a caddis bug. Don't ask me what a caddis is. Apparently that's something from somewhere else. But same principle. I'm going to tie in back here and lock it in. This is kind of a funky looking little bug, but this is where the craft comes in on all this, because it's just amazing how detailed you can get with these little flies. I'm going to bury that lead. Alright. Sitting there thinking, what else can I put in this? Because it's going to be kind of an olive color, and I don't want it to be too flashy, but we need it to have some body and depth to it. Like, I've seen woolly butterflies, I've seen all kinds of patterns and stuff, because I research all this stuff, And like fly time videos, I'm enamored by. Like, there's one guy, he kind of has a setup not too dissimilar of mine. I think he uses like an actual like camera, like a Nikon or a Canon, but it's a guy on YouTube. His name is Jim Masura, and I think he's out of Missouri, if I'm not mistaken, or he might be from further up north. Judging by his accent, he's doesn't sound like he's too far off from here. But the guy has been doing it for years, and he's a wizard when it comes to doing these flies. And just the craftsmanship that I see in the work that he does is amazing. Like, I'm going to tie, and I just thought about it, I'm going to do a little bit of this white. Not much, because I don't want to, actually, that's perfect. Like I said, not much. I just want to give it a few little wispies. Now, there's probably people who know more about flies than I do, and they're probably screaming, that color combination's not going to work. Well, you know what, bro? I don't care. I go by the tune of my own horn. Because, in all honesty, when it comes down to it, you're literally just having fun making these. Like I said, painstaking and very minute detail. Like, we're talking, that is literally an inch long tail. And that's probably way too big for a fly. But I think it looks good. And so I'm going to build the body up. But I'm not sure how I want to do it. Actually, I'm going to get some of this. And I don't need much. And I'll grab some of this white. We'll see how that does. Because I think this is going to be kind of neat. Because like I said, this is minute and itty bitty. But now I'm thinking about it, I'm going to put a little bit of flash on that tail. Not a whole lot. I don't want to make it to where it's going to scare off. No, that's got too much white. Or got too much pink in it. That's got too much pink in it. Ugh. That's really pink. I don't want that. Sorry, those who know me know I'm a little bit on the ADD side. But that's part of the endearment, I guess. Whatever. I just need my plain old white streamer, but apparently I'm not going to get that today, so let's go with, that's too bright. That right there, that will work. Okay, so I've got some of this iridescent, it's kind of a peachy gold color with some white, but I think it'll work just fine. Kind of has like a yellow hue to it too, but just like in my other videos, this stuff goes a long way when you're flying time flies. Like, I mean, that's usually the amount that I do for a crappie jig, but in this instance, we're going one more fold. If I get my finger out of there. Like I said, this is a whole different ball game. We're talking, this has got a bunch of material in it, but I think this actually will look pretty cool. Maybe it'll catch something. I don't know. Trout are interesting because they are visual predators, kind of like a crappie is, but they're a little bit more picky. But I kind of like this. It's starting to look like a bug now. Okay. Alright, where's my long pieces? There we go. Alright. So at this point, when I do like I do on my other videos, tie that in. I'm going to be very, very careful not to trap anything else. If I can get around that white, will be good. But it's not wanting to cooperate. And there we go. Got it. Oh, looks like I got a strand of my quote-unquote wings caught. But I'm going to roll that back up to the head of the hook. And just like with my crappie jigs, I'm going to roll this around. Like I said before, I don't need just a whole lot of this stuff. I probably have way too much on here already. But kind of wanting to make a lighter colored bug, kind of a more natural looking bug, but this is definitely a different take on that. Alright, so that's where I'm going to tie it off at. Okay. And once again, I apologize for the quality of everything. Like, this is definitely... Oh, I should have just backed that up to begin with. Alright, time to whip finish. Where's my whip finisher? Alright, kiddos. Move my breakfast bowl out of the way. Ugh, there it is. Sweet. Alright. And now we'll whip finish, and this is going to help build a head. Oh, this is painstaking. And this is why I don't like 7D denier. No. Clip. Very carefully whip finish, because nobody likes a badly tied head on one of these. There we go. Okay. Now for our treatment. And this is why I like this stuff, because I can get in here with this needle tip and just do a little dab. Just the tiniest little dabs. I should have had my glasses on for this, but they reflect too much for this kind of application, so we're going to hit it with the light. This is probably one of the ugliest flies anybody will ever see, but you know what? If it catches a trout, I'm happy. And Alan will be happy because he's got a handmade fly made by his best friend. So, alright. Okay. It's a cute little bug. Very cute little bug. I think he'll catch something. But yeah, the reason why I did that much of that iridescent material, because it's going to give the effect of wings, like from a caddis bug. But I think that's all I'm going to have for this video. I'm probably going to tie a few more of these and just kind of do a few different patterns. I doubt I'm going to video very many of them. But who knows? Anyway, as usual, keep fishing. Take it easy.